What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, we need to talk about Terra Classic because it is actually moving quite well, or was moving quite well early this morning. We're still hovering around the same price or close to the same price. Actually, I predicted that we would see a little bit of a pullback pretty much to this same area. And I'm hoping it stays in this area, obviously, for this 24 hours because that's where you typically see that pullback, especially after a pump in a very short period of time. But we did have a decent move, and a lot of people were hype and asking the question, why is Terra Luna Classic pumping? And that's a great question because it wasn't only just Terra Luna Classic, but it was everything in that Terra ecosystem, right? Terra Classic, Terra 2.0, USTC, they were all pushing, they were all making moves. And a lot of people were just like, why? Why is this happening? And I wanted to get into some of that, talk about the position, show you where it is, and hopefully go through maybe some future projections as well. So make sure you guys hit that like button, also hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. And if you guys want to check out some of the links down below, you can definitely check out those links. Now, also, if you want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me over there for a couple of tweets I have about Lunix. So if you want to check it out and hit the heart button and retweet and all that other stuff, follow me over on Twitter and you could do all that. But let's talk about Terra Classic. Again, we saw this, we saw cryptocurrency kind of make horrible moves in the past, like however many months. And then we see this last week where things looked really, really good for the last 3 days of the week. Even over the weekend, it didn't look that bad. But Terra Classic over the weekend moved a little bit more. And people in the live stream were asking me, hey, is it concerning, that Terra Classic hasn't moved like Bitcoin did? And I would say no, it's not concerning. I talked about this and said that it's not concerning because when we see Terra Classic drop so low, it's not necessarily where we're trying to compare it to Bitcoin. A lot of things moved independently from Bitcoin. So just wanted to get that out of the way. This fly is still around, so you're still going to see that in this video. I don't know if you've seen it already, but it's pissing me off. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about what Terra Classic did, and we'll get into the rest of the stuff later. Jesus Christ, man. Terra Classic, it's currently at 0.00008571. It's up 32% over the last period, over the last 24 hours. So if we look at moving 24 hours, that's why it's up this high. We did see it get to a point to where it lost a zero. So it didn't have that fourth zero. It had 3 zeros and a 1, which really showed a lot of strength from where it was at the lows. The low in the last 24 hours was 0.00006321, which is really low compared to where we are right now. Now, obviously, it's not like double the amount, but we are seeing, 30% up. Earlier today, we were seeing 50% up, 60% up at times, and it just looked really, really good. We were really hyped and wondering where a lot of this was coming from. The market cap is currently at $516 million. It's up again 33%. Circulating supply, max supply didn't change. That's another thing that people were bringing up and saying, hey, did they burn off some? Is that why we're seeing an increase? And even though we are seeing a slight bit of burning, it's not as much burning as we want, where it's the 1.2%. So obviously that's we're not seeing that, but 6.5 trillion or max supply of about 7 trillion. You can also see the volume, this freaking fly. You can also see the volume is up 338% over the last 24 hours, which is absolutely amazing. And the fully diluted market cap we're seeing at about 500. So it's around the same. It's still around that $600 million mark. If we look at how the chart looks over the last 24 hours, it looks really good, right? Seeing that increase, consolidation a little bit, and then that massive increase somewhere around the 7 o'clock. Right when I started streaming, things really started to run. We did see that it was up, and it was up a little bit more. So we go over the past 7 days. I want to go the past 7 days and just show you from where this was over this last day, from the 26th all the way up to where it was at its highs, losing a zero, right? So that's pretty significant, going from 0.00005 all the way up to 1. Basically, you're doubling in that amount. So it looks really, really good. So obviously, over the last 24 hours, you're seeing part of that increase factor in, but over the last 2 days, you're looking at it up basically or close to 100%, right? So phenomenal. Love seeing it. Love seeing the growth. Now, why is this happening? Well, there were many different things that people brought up and why this would happen. They're saying that, hey, we may be burning a lot and it's just not factoring in to the total amount. That is not the case. We're not doing any large burns right now. That is not what's happening. Now, there's always a chance that we could see burns that aren't factoring in, but we would see that in the contract address. We would see it, in transfers and moving of the position. So that's not happening, right? But what we are seeing is apparently there's interest and I guess news about staking and how that could be implemented. It's in testing right now. I'm not sure if it's completely live, but basically that news of just being able to stake Lunic within Terra Station is a big portion, a big thing behind it. But I still don't think that's the main reason why we're seeing this increase. My main reason why we're seeing this increase is the fact that we have the community behind it, right? This is more of a speculative idea as to why it's increasing, or a rumor, I guess. But the amount of people that are interested in this position and take any little piece as positive news, or any single bottom that you have as a time to buy in, is insane. People find any point within this position to buy in. And when you have any type of increase where it's up 30%, people will think that the bottom was there, things are ready to go. Just like I talked about in my previous video, how the market kind of seems backwards, and where people are investing, they're doing it the wrong way. They're saying when things are green, you go, you invest. When things are red, you stop, you don't invest, right? So they see it at the bottom, and then so many people kind of confirm this for me, because so many people were like, oh, it's not red anymore, it's up 20%, I need to get in now. It's like, why wouldn't you want to get in when it was at its lows, when it was red? I understand that things could fall back more, but now you're seeing it pump a little bit. This actually gives you more of a chance for it to come back on you, rather than it being lower and you end up increasing that price. So it's more on the mindset of everyday people. That's why the position is increasing. The market is about buyers and sellers, and people are buying based on some sort of news or rumor, or even just hypeness, right? And I think the last part, the latter, is what it's about. It's about being hype around the position. And when you see any type of increase, especially one that has a potential chance to almost 100% increase over the last 2 days, that's where people are starting to get very, very excited and buy in based on that movement. So I don't necessarily think all of the movement was because of any type of news related to potential burns, passing of proposals, staking. Oh, did I say that already? Basically, a lot of different things within the news that we have seen. It's just not anything that's like blaring, anything that is literally the best thing since sliced bread. That's not what we're seeing, not yet anyways. Once we do see that massive burn, or that start to a burn, we know that it's definitely going to take off. The price is definitely going to take off, just based on how much has transpired in the last 2 days based on very little news. So anyways, that's what I have for you guys. I wanted to talk about why it is moving. I would say projections, if you're looking at projections for everything, I'm hoping that we see some sort of a burn implemented. I'm hoping that we see staking implemented. I'm hoping we see everything with it, and we could start to see massive pushes, not just 100%, but over the last 7 days, we could possibly see 200 or 300%, which would get us back to where we were, where I saw obviously a lot of interest there, and I bought in at a much lower price, but I saw a lot of interest up at those higher spots. And if people are interested there, they're definitely going to be interested where it's at right now, because you can get a lot more for less money. Anyways, guys, you let me know what you're thinking. What is it all about? Do you feel there was another factor in there that probably is the reason why it is increasing? I've heard pretty much everything, and I can mention everything in this video, but there's a lot of different opinions and theories that are out there. So let me know what you have down below. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, feel free to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.